for the fucking team here, but he's
Completely.
not literally fucking hell. And knowing what I know now, but did he give you any indication, man? Did he ever say to you like he'd come forward as a victim or anything like that? Does he want to do anything about it? Does he?
No, not at all.
No, I didn't think that he would.
No, and while we were shooting the film, we had the actress we had to cast the actress who was going to play his wife in the film. So we had a couple of auditions, and we had this girl come over, and they got on really well together, her and Tony. And Tony decided to take her home, right, in the Jag.
Yeah.
So he takes her home. I get a phone call the next day saying essentially that Tony sexually assaulted this girl in the car, right, dropping her off. And I went, right, okay. You can't be in the film. I don't know what to believe, essentially.
Not the girl that ended up. Not the girl that ended
go our
up.
separate ways. Tony's already in.
Not the girl that ended up being in the film.
No, that's another story.
Okay.
Right. So, I was started thinking, well, you know what? I mean, Tony's, a celebrity. She's in the car with him. She's flirting and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's gone in for one, and she's knocked him back or something. Fine, fair enough. No more needs to be said, right? I kind of get it. I didn't think that it would be anything worse. She didn't seem to be bothered. She certainly didn't want to go to the police or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we knocked her on the head. Okay. So that was that incident, and then the woman who ended up playing his wife, again accused him of doing stuff to her, right? At which point, then I actually had to speak to Tony.
Really?
Yeah, because it was the second time, and I was very delicate about it, and just said, look, steer clear of a after kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she was a little unstable anyway because of things that she'd said to me later on. But at the time, I'm kind of telling you how I handled it, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I said to Tony, look, don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about. But, just steer clear of her because we don't really know who she is. Do you know what I mean? As you don't. You get to know people on these projects.
Yeah.
And especially, it was a no budget film. So, she looked good. She could act okay. That's what we went for, And Tony went mental. He went absolutely mental.
What? About what?
He started ranting and raving, really, and walked out of the location. And Johnny B took him home.
Johnny B's still about then.
Yeah. That was that. I called Tony. Well, Tony spoke to me that evening.
Yeah.
At length on the phone. Yeah. He was shocked. He was, upset. It's not. This doesn't happen. Blah 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 blah. He doesn't know what to do about it, but I don't want to come back and face her. Right. And I said, look, we haven't actually shot that much of her. We can ultimately, replace her if that's what it comes down to. But just come back and see how it goes. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll cross that bridge, right? And he was dug in at that point. He was like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And and we pretty much got to the end of all of his shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was in the can essentially, and I just thought, well, okay, let's give it a few days. We'll shoot all the other side of the girl, and we'll see if he calms down and comes back. Well, he never did. And then I get the call from the lawyer at Sheridan saying, he's off the project. And then I'm into a battle with MRI for 6 months.
Yeah, I've had Sheridan's.
Yeah,